Hello and welcome on Horizons, episode 44 review, and it's a banger folks, go watch it. We're heading into the finale of the arc here as the Rising Voltaxes and Explorers are again coming into conflict, and this is the first part of that. So Fried approaches a mysterious building where he sees Spinel and calls a meeting back on the Bravasagi. He decides to go and deal with it and doesn't really refuse Roy and Liko help when he sees their determination, which is always great to see as he knows he can rely on them. Assuming that the buildings to summon Rayquaza, Sango's revealed that info to them. Dot plans to have a backup plan with a program to disable machines, which just quickly, I think that's kind of cool to see in Pokemon. Even if Cap destroying whatever machine is a plan, Ludlow was to join them as they'll go in to avoid the detection. The whole first 5 minutes episode was fantastic. It really builds up the upcoming conflict and shows just how serious this is being taken, even if plans are just mostly a front on assault. Even as they go onto the island, it's funny how both Rayquaza and Cap have to be quietened down. They don't want to be detected at any cost. So the building's left weirdly unguarded and left open, and Fried sees that as strange and takes the lead going in, leaving the kids and Ludlow outside. He's definitely proud of them as he smiles when Roy says he'll battle anyone that approaches, but defers their care to Ludlow anyway. Just the general respect he has for the kids is always wonderful to see. They're in his care, but they are growing up. Fried did know it was a trap, so that's why he intentionally left the others outside, and Spinel reveals himself, and basically confirms this whole building was set up to trap Fried specifically. And he yells at Liko and Roy to find the real location Rayquaza will be summoned at, confusing them, but we get our typical Ludlow wisdom, and he gets their roles and imparts them to the kids. The rest of them led by Agate, it's going to be great to finally see action from her by the way, are activating the device to summon Rayquaza. They decided to do this without Mephio as Spinel dislikes him, showing the sort of cutthroat nature of the explorers. Like, dislike someone or not, sometimes you gotta work with them and that maximises your chance of success. This was a great mirror to Rising Voltaxes who all work together and care for each other. Even with Fried missing out and stopping the explorers, he has faith in his team to, stop the explorers. And speaking of Fried, he's giving us details on Spinel's plan, as Spinel's recreated Terrapagos' ability to summon Rayquaza. And while Fried's saying he doesn't think Spinel would want help, Spinel says it's about using the other 3 explorers to weaken Rayquaza and he'll get it without fighting himself. And they get ready to fight. He says the room is bad for Charizard and it's confined, so Charizard can't fly around and it makes rampaging with terrestrialization harder. It's definitely nice to see Spinel having such a specific traps based on his past experiences with Fried, but clearly because of his kind nature and not with others. He verbatim says what Mephio said when Cap first battled him, saying that, using a Pikachu, Fried's toying with him. Imagine if Spinel could figure out a good counter to Cap and completely disable Fried, but no, he hasn't. He's shot himself in the foot there. I'm glad he didn't though, because we get to finally see Umbreon in action, and it's strong. It really gives Cap a run for its money. Getting the upper hand multiple times, and it's even getting Cap knocked back and then to a wall. That even gives Fried a hint about how to escape. And going a bit out of event order here, they can attack some more, fighting as normal. Cap getting hit in here, Umbreon stalls the time with Fried, and when the right time comes in, Cap rushes in with Volt Tackle, which Umbreon deflects to reflect, launching Cap right at the wall, hitting with damage detection and breaking it down. Freeing the two as they've been using foul play and Cap's strength to get through. Last two, Spinel being impressed, seeming that he'll specifically target Fried for now, saying he's ripe for study or whatever. So getting back to where we should be in the story, Terrapagos senses a resonance that the explorers are using, which points the kids to a lighthouse, as the explorers call Rayquaza in, so they rush over. Rayquaza descends and has its guard down, assuming Terrapagos has called it most likely, and the explorers battle it with Blizzard and Zolcure, which Agate's Medicham joining in with Psybeam. Dot has a program ready to go and volunteers to go, after looking at her Pokemon, motivated by her friends being out there fighting. And you know what, seeing Murdoch's approval is heartwarming, and they'll take the Bravasagi close so Dot can deliver a program. Roy and Liko fight off the best they can as the Bravasagi approaches, shaking the lighthouse stomping tantrum, distracting Garganacl with quick attack. And the best part of the episode, Agate launches her Ultra Ball to catch Rayquaza, and Roy throws out Watch Ball to protect Rayquaza and sparks the Ultra Ball away. It's just like dying in seconds to Medicham Psybeam. Does get to be involved, potentially stopping Rayquaza from being caught. But that being said, I do have to acknowledge the explorers haven't really considered the fact that Rayquaza literally has a Pokeball already, so they might not be able to capture it like a regular Pokemon. But hey, you know what, I think stopping the Ultra Ball is a net positive, you you don't want to risk the Ultra Ball overwriting the ancient Pokeball or something like that, Fried also arrives holding off Sango, and the Bravasagi arrives overhead, with Dot being brave as hell jumping off in her Nido Thing suit, and pushing Medicham back with her Pokemon's attacks. She runs out, connects her phone to her port, disabling the resonance machine and running off best she can. Everything gets a bit crazy as Rayquaza is now ready to fight back with Draco Meteor, which feels really intimidating. As it fires it, there's a shot of a Bravasagi next to it, and throughout the whole scene there's this really big feeling of dread, thinking something could happen to it. But in general, this attack feels powerful. Roy and Liko recognize it, and they react to shock. Everyone has to dodge or attack it, but it's genuine fear from Dot. Only Sango gets a bit crazy, sending Laylee to explode. Pokemon on the ship are worried. They make this attack feel like a big deal, and it's amazing. So anyway, yeah, Sango gets a bit crazy and sends Laylee to explode, colliding with a like a Dragon Pulse, which actually knocks Rayquaza back into a Brave Asagi, damaging incredibly with some really powerful reaction shots from our crew. And that's where our episode ends. Honestly, I really liked it wasn't Drake and Mewtwo that actually damaged a ship. It's a little thing, but watching the episode live, I was so ready for Drake and Mewtwo to tear the ship up a bit, but Rayquaza physically colliding with it felt a lot more powerful. I love this episode. It really felt like a desperate assault from Rising Volt tacklers, doing everything they could. And the fact it was like mostly carried by the kids as Freed was trapped is wonderful. And it's not even like Freed was being useless, as stopping Spinel from dealing with kids is actually a really helpful thing, as Umbreon matching Cap means he beat down Sprigatito and Fuecoco no problem. But for the second episode in a row, Roy and Liko fought well against superior foes. Freed was so right to not protest them coming in. Dot also stepping on a big way and even temporarily distracting Agate was super fulfilling to see. She's stepping out because of her friends. It really pays off a Blanca episode where Dot feels like she can get out there and do more. The highlighted difference between Rising Volt tacklers and Explorers is what really makes the episode for me. The trust Freed has in Roy and Liko is like far different from a trust Spinel has in the other Explorers to complete the plan. There's genuine belief that the team can do it, and then they're calling the other team pawn, you know? It does make you like wonder like what would happen if Spinel was willing to wait for a Mephio, what if Sanger was a good team player, things like that. All in all, this episode was wonderful. Plays off the previous episode set up really well, with a particularly good misdirect with the building that was made to trap Freed, and set the stage incredibly well for a continued battle with Rayquaza and the Explorers. Great time.